Hello everyone! Welcome to Native Man Math Tutorial wherein you can find free mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Ang content ng video lesson na ito ay Grade 11 General Mathematics under Term 1, Week 10 of the Strengthened Senior High School Curriculum. For today's video lesson, we're going to discuss graphing functions such as linear functions, quadratic functions, cubic functions, square root function, and cube root function. We are going to discuss the steps in graphing those functions. But before we discuss this lesson, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more video lesson. So what are you waiting for? Let's begin. The learning competency of this lesson is sketch the graph of the following functions: linear, absolute value, quadratic, square root, or cube root, with or without technology. Again, this is under Term 1, Week 10 of the Strengthened Senior High School Curriculum. And for the objectives, at the end of the lesson or session, you will be able to: number 1, recall linear function, quadratic function, absolute value function, cubic function, square root function, and cube root function. Number 2, identify the steps in graphing linear function, quadratic function, absolute value function, cubic function, square root function, and cube root function. And number 3, sketch the graph of linear, quadratic, absolute value, cubic, square root, and cube root function. Okay, so let us recall the different graphs of functions that we discussed in our previous video lesson. So this activity A make us recall those graphs of functions. Name the following graphs as linear, quadratic, cubic, square root, and cube root, and absolute value functions. So we have 6 graphs here. So let us name what is this graph belongs to. Okay, so the first graph, this one, a line that is called linear function. How about the second graph? It is a parabola that is belong to quadratic function. How about the third one? S shape going upward and going downward. That is called cubic function. How about this graph? We have end at the point of origin and then goes upward to the positive infinity. So what do you call this graph? That is called square root function. And a shape going to the right and left, that is cube root function. And the last one, V shape, this is called piecewise function or the absolute value function. Okay, so let us discuss graphing linear function, and this is our example. Graph the function y is equal to 2x plus 6 using intercepts. So ang gagamitin po natin in graphing linear function ay using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Here, in graphing linear function, there are many ways or method. So pwede po ang two-point form using slope-intercept form, using slope in one point, and another is by using intercepts or the x and y intercepts. Bakit ito po yung pinili ko? Kasi ito pong intercepts is applicable to any form of linear function. So there are many ways kasi to write a linear function. Okay, this linear function given is in general form. Okay, but we have a linear function written in a general form. So intercepts ay pwede pong gamitin in any form. Okay? So here, let us identify the x-intercept and the y-intercept. To solve for the x-intercept, let y is equal to 0. And to solve for y-intercept, let x is equal to 0. So actually, itong lesson po na ito ay grade 9 mathematics. Okay? Kaya kung gusto pa po ninyong malaman yung other way or method ng graphing linear function, puntahan nyo lang po yung grade 9 mathematics. Meron po doon graphing functions. Okay? Or graphing linear function. How to determine the x-intercept? So again, let y is equal to 0 and substitute that y is equal to 0 in the given equation. So y is equal to 2x plus 6. So if y is 0, so y here is 0 and then solve for x. So paano po ba sinosolve yung x? This is simple equation. Ito po ay pang grade 7. So move 6 to the left of equal sign. So this will become 0 plus 6 will become minus 6 is equal to remain 2x here. So ang minove ko po sa left side ay yung plus 6. So ano pong ginamit natin dito? Ito po ay APE, addition property of equality. Okay, subtract 0 minus 6 is equal to negative 6 equal to 2x. So we are solving for x. May kasamang 2. So remove 2 by dividing 2 to both sides of the equation. And then we have here negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And then copy x here. So x is equal to negative 3 or the x-intercept is equal to negative 3. Okay, so how about for y-intercept? Let x is equal to 0. So this time, to solve for the y-intercept, ang x naman po ay 0. So in this equation or function, y is equal to 2x plus 6. Andito po yung x. So here, y is equal to copy 2 times x. So x 0. So that's why 2 times 0 plus 6. And then simplify this one to solve for y. So here, multiply 2 times 0. That is 0. Then 0 plus 6, that is equal to 6. Mean to say, y is equal to 6 or the y-intercept is equal to 6. Now, we are going to graph these x and y-intercepts in the Cartesian plane and then connect to form a line. And that line is the graph of a linear function. Let's try to plot it on the Cartesian plane. So ito po yung ating x-intercept. X-intercepts is fall in the x-axis. So we have x here and that is negative 3. And for y, that is equal to 6. So this is y-axis and this is positive 6. So we have 2 points. The x-intercept 3, the y-intercept 6. Then connect the 2 points, it form a line. And that line is the graph of the function y is equal to 2x plus 6. How about graphing quadratic function? Here is our example. Graph the function y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. So how to graph this quadratic function? Okay. So there are two methods to graph quadratic function. One is by using table of values. So assume value of x and solve for the value of y. Another method is by using the intercept or the x-intercept or roots and the vertex. So here, ang ituturo ko po sa inyo ay by using the vertex and then the roots. So first step is that you're going to write the function in standard form. So the given function is written in standard form or general form. Y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Kasi may mga function or may mga quadratic function na hindi po siya naka-standard or naka-general form na kagaya po nito. Okay? So here, the given is already in standard form. Now, next that, we are going to equate that function to 0 and solve for x. Okay. So, equate to 0 or y is equal to 0 and solve for x. So, ang purpose po nito ay we're going to calculate the roots of the quadratic function. Okay. So, ano po ba yung roots? Or ano po yung x-intercept of the quadratic function? So, let y is equal to 0. And then, since this is quadratic, then, to solve for the values of x, we are going to use factoring kung pwede. Kung ayaw naman po ng factoring, quadratic formula. So, look at the given quadratic function, x squared plus 2x minus 3. So, ito po ay factorable. So, magagamit po natin dito ang factoring. Okay. So, here, if you are going to factor x squared plus 2x minus 3, the factors are x plus 3 and x minus 1. Is it true? Ito po ba yung factors niya? Let's check. So, x times x, that is x squared. Correct? And then, for the last term, multiply these two terms. 3 times negative 1, that is negative 3 for last term. And for second term, we are going to add the last term or the term here. What is 3 plus negative 1? That is positive 2. Or 3 minus 1 is positive 2 and that is correct. So mean to say, ito po yung factors ng given quadratic equation. Okay? Now, solve for x for the two factors. So what's the value of x in x plus 3? The value of x is negative 3. And the value of x here sa x minus 1, that is equal to 1. So ang shortcut po nito, to get the value of x, kapag naka-factor na like this, is that change the sign of the number here. So x plus 3, then x is equal to negative 3. So here, x minus 1, so x is equal to 1. So ano po yung x equal to negative 3 and positive 1? Ito po yung roots or ito po yung x-intercept. Magagamit po natin ito in graphing this quadratic function. Another one that we need to identify is the vertex. Okay, so ito po yung vertex HK ng function or quadratic function or ng parabola. Okay, so we have the formula for h. To calculate for h, we have negative b over 2a. And for k naman, 4ac minus b squared divided by 4a. So, ito po yung gagamitin nating formula to get or to calculate the value of h and k in the vertex. Okay, let's try. So, to calculate the vertex of the function x squared plus 2x minus 3, we're going to took the value of a, b, and c. So, ano po yung value ng a, b, and c? Kasi kailangan po natin iyon sa ating formula. So, notice in our formula, we have variable a, b, and c here. Okay. So, what is a? So, a here is the numerical coefficient ng x squared as a recall. So, wala pong naka-indicate na number before x squared, that is 1. Okay? And then b, yung numerical coefficient ng x. So, b is 2. Okay, so that is positive 2 because that is plus 2. That's why positive 2. How about c? Ito po yung constant, minus 3. That's why this is negative 3. So, take note of that. Yung iba ay they get c as 3 only. No. If the operation is minus, then c is negative 3. Kahit din po dito sa b, if the operation here is minus 2x, then should be negative 2 ang b natin. Okay? So, yun po. Kung ano po yung sign niya, yun po yung magiging, or kung ano po yung operation, yun po yung magiging sign ng b and c here. Okay, so, we're going to calculate the values of h and k. So, for h, negative, and then yung b ay 2, so negative, and then yung 2 kaya negative 2, divide by, okay, 2 and a is 1, so 2 times 1 here. And then simplify, negative 2 divided by 2, that is equal to negative 1. So here, pag simplify po, negative 2, 2 times 1 sa denominator is 2, and negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So our h in the vertex is negative 1. How about k? Substitute the given. So we have 4 times a times c. A is 1, so 4 times 1. C is negative 3, so that's why negative 3. And then minus b squared. So b is 2, so 2 squared. And then divided by 4 times 1, or a is equal to 1. So here. And then simplify. Yung numerator ay 4 times 1 times negative 3, that is negative 12. And then minus 2 square is equal to 4. And then divide by 4 times 1 is equal to 4. And then simplify numerator. What is negative 12 minus 4? That is negative 16. And then divide by negative 4. And negative 16 divided by 4 is equal to negative 4. Okay? So our k is negative 4 and h is equal to negative 1. So our vertex B is equal to negative 4, negative 1. Okay, at indicate po natin itong dalawang roots dito. Lagay po natin sa baba. X is equal to negative 3 and x is equal to 1. So we can use this data in graphing this function. Okay, for step number 5, let us graph the parabola of the quadratic function. Okay, so ano po yung una nating i-graph between the vertex and then the x-intercept or the roots? So pwede po kahit ano po yung mauna dito. So let us graph the x-intercept, negative 3 and positive 1. Ito po ay matatagpuan lang po dito sa ating x-axis. Nasaan po dyan ang negative 3 and positive 1? So this is negative 3 and this is positive 1. Okay. So those are the roots or x-intercept of the given quadratic function. How about the vertex? Negative 1, negative 4. So saan po matatagpuan yung negative 1, negative 4? So this is negative 1 sa x-axis at negative 4 naman sa y-axis. So ito po yung ating point. So lagay po natin. Okay, so this one, negative 1, negative 4. And then draw a parabola, okay, passing through the two roots and then the vertex. So ito po yung kanyang parabola. Okay? So here, the parabola opens upward. Okay, so that is the graph of the quadratic function y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so how about graphing cubic function? Here is our example. Graph the function y is equal to x cubed minus 2. So remember that in graphing a cubic function, you need to refer or you need to be based on the simplest form of cubic function, y is equal to x cubed. And ito po, ang tawag po nila dito ay parent of the cubic function. Okay? So pag sinabi po nating parent of the cubic function, ito po yung ating basis na or simplest form ng cubic function. Okay, so here, if you're going to graph this cubic function or the simplest form of cubic function, ito po yung kanyang graph, S-shape. Okay, the S-shape is going upward to the right and going downward to the left. Okay, so here, the S-shape turn the point or turn the graph on the point of origin here. Okay, ito po yung turning point ng S-shape. Okay, at the point of origin. Now, if the function is just like this one, y is equal to x cubed minus 2. So what is changed here? Sa ating pong discussion sa cubic function, ito po ay k. So yung k is that vertical shift. Paano po yung vertical shift? It's either goes upward or goes downward. Kaya kapag i-graph po natin yan, ito po yung kanyang graph. Okay, so since minus 2, and then this graph, okay, you shift that graph, okay, 2 units down. Okay, pababa po because that is minus 2. Kapag ito po ay plus 2, and then 2 units up. Okay, so here, minus 2, kaya yung turning point po ng S-shape natin ay sa negative 2. So ito po yung graph ng y is equal to x cubed minus 2. But if you want more accurate in graphing this cubic function, ay tuturo ko po sa inyo yung second method by using table of values. Okay, so this is how the table of values be used in graphing cubic function. Okay, so here, in table of values, we have the first row, values of x, and the second row, the values of f of x or the function of x or the values of y. Okay, so wag po kayo malilito sa f of x and y. So here, for the values of x, we are going to assume values. And in assuming values, also remember na dapat malapit po tayo sa point of origin, kaya one value should be 0 or one value of x should be 0. And then, kuha po tayo ng positive side and the negative side of the graph. So that's why from 0 to the right, 1, 2, and to the left, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, so here, anong gagawin po natin dito sa values of x na ito? We are going to substitute those values of x in the given cubic function and then solve for f of x or solve for y. So ito po yung ating equation. So pinaltan, okay, so ito, y is equal to x cubed plus 2. So here, what is x? So start po tayo mag-solve dito, negative 2. So substitute only negative 2 cube and then minus 2. And then simplify what is negative 2 cube? That is equal to negative 8 and then copy minus 2. And then subtract negative 8 minus 2, that is equal to negative 10. So here, if x is equal to negative 2, then y is equal to negative 10. How about negative 1? Again, substitute in the given equation. So x cubed, so x is negative 1. So negative 1 cubed, then minus 2. So what is negative 1 cubed? That is equal to negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Okay? Then copy minus 2. What is negative 1 minus 2? That is equal to negative 3. Okay? If x is negative 1, then y is negative 3. Another, 0. Okay, so substitute 0 in the equation. Okay, this one, x cubed. So x 0, so 0 cubed minus 2. So 0 cubed is 0 and then 0 minus 2, that is equal to negative 2. Okay, for x equal to 0, then y is equal to negative 2. How about 1? Okay, for x is equal to 1, substitute 1 cubed. What is 1 cubed? That is equal to 1. And 1 minus 2, that is equal to negative 2. Or 1 minus 2 is negative 1 rather. So here, if x is equal to 1, then y is equal to negative 1. Okay, last, positive 2. Okay, substitute po ulit natin. So y is equal to x cubed. Okay, x is 2, so 2 cubed and then minus 2. What is 2 cubed? That is equal to 8. So 8 minus 2, that is equal to 6. So I mean to say here, if x is 2, then y is equal to 6. So now, we have points here. Okay? We can get points from the table of values. So ito po yung point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, and point 5. So let's use these points in graphing the quadratic function or the cubic function rather. Okay, so let's try to graph the table of values in Cartesian coordinate plane. Okay, ito po yung graph natin, -2, -10. So notice here, -2, -10 here ay hindi na po part ng ating graph. So ito lang po i-graph natin. So kahit ito lang po i-graph natin, pwede lang po yan. May basis po tayo for that graph of cubic function. Okay, so ito po yung kanilang graph. So unahin ko po dito, 2, 6. So 2 and then 6. Okay, andito po sa ating graph, 2, 6. Next one, 1, -1. Okay, so yan po yung 1, -1, this one. 1 for x, -1 for y. Next, 0, -2. 0 for x, and -2 for y. And last, -3, -1. So, -1, -3 rather. So, -1 for x, -3 for y. So, ito po yung ating points. So, paano natin yan gagawan ng graph? Okay, so here, ang turning point po ng ating cubic function ay x equal to 0. Okay? So if x equal to 0, then that is -2. So ito po yung turning point, -2 ng ating shape. Okay? So that is the graph of the cubic function. Ito pong graph na ito ay more accurate than shifting the graph. Okay? How about graphing square root function? So, paano naman po tayo mag-graph ng square root function? Here's our example. Graph the function y is equal to square root of x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, remember again that the parent equation or function of square root function is this one. Y is equal to square root of x. So for any square root function, ito po yung ating basis. Ito po yung ating parent function or equation. Okay, so kapag i-graph po natin yung ating parent function of square root function, then ito po yung graph niya. Start from the point of origin and then slightly goes upward to positive infinity. Okay, so yan po yung graph ng ating square root function or the parent of square root function. Now, how to graph this quadratic function? Y is equal to square root of x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, so let us use table of values in graphing square root function. So for table of values, we are going to assume the value of x and then solve for the value of y or f of x. Okay, here, in assuming the value of x, take note or remember that you get the starting point of the graph of square root point. Okay, so ano po yung starting point ng graph ng square root function? Okay, so ang starting point po niya ay yung value po ng h at yung k. So yung h po dito ay plus 2, kaya ang h po dito ay negative 2. Kaya mag-start po ako sa value ng x na negative 2. Okay? At ito po ay k. So, ang k po ay vertical. Okay, minus 1. Kaya, ang value po ng y dyan ay negative 1. Okay. Then, solve for the remaining values of y. Gamit po yung assume values of x. Since nag-start po tayo dito ng negative 2, and then, ang kasunod na po nakukunin natin ay yung greater than negative 2. So, going to the right po, going to positive infinity. So, negative 2, next po ay negative 1, then 0, 1, and 2. So, yan po yung pagkakasunod-sunod po ng integers sa ating number line from negative 2. Okay. So here, itry po nating isolve yung value ng y if x is equal to negative 2. So let's check if this is correct. Okay, kung negative 1 nga po ang value ng y. So substitute natin sa original function, y is equal to square root of x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, substitute the value of x, which is negative 2. So x is negative 2, then plus 2, and then minus 1 here. So add the radicand, negative 2 plus 2, that is equal to 0. Okay, what is square root of 0? That is 0. Okay, so what is 0 minus 1? That is negative 1. Is it correct that y is negative 1 here? Okay, that's correct. Ito po yung value ng k po dito. Okay, how about if x is equal to negative 1? Again, substitute natin sa ating given function. Okay, y is equal to x. Again, x is negative 1. So, negative 1, copy, plus 2, and then minus 1. Okay, add the radicand. This will become negative 1 plus 2. That is positive 1, and then copy minus 1. What is square root of 1? that is equal to 1. Okay? So 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So mean to say, if x is equal to negative 1, then y is equal to 0. How about the value of x is equal to 0? Okay, substitute po natin sa ating equation. So 0 plus 2, that is equal to 2. And then, what is square root of 2? Square root of 2 is 1 point something, that is 1.4. And then, minus 1. So 1.4 minus 1 is 0.4. Okay, so here, if x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 0.4. Okay, so another, if x is equal to 1, what is the value of y? So again, substitute po natin dito. So let's become x is 1, then copy plus 2, and then minus 1. Then add, what is 1 plus 2? That is equal to 3. So we have now square root of 3 minus 1. So you press in your calculator, square root of 3, that is equal to 1.7. Okay, and then minus 1. So what is 1.7 minus 1? That is equal to 0.7. Okay, for x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 0.7. How about the last one? Positive 2 is the value of x. So 2 here, plus 2, that is equal to 4. What is square root of 4? That is equal to 2. Exact po yung square root ng 4, which is 2, and then minus 1. So 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. Meaning to say, if x is equal to 2, then y is equal to 1. Okay, so kompleto na po yung ating table of values. We are now ready in graphing these points and then look at the graph of the given square root function. Okay, so now let us graph that table of values in the Cartesian plane. Okay, ito po yung ating starting point, negative 2, negative 1. So where is negative 2, negative 1 in our graph? Ito po yon. So negative 2 for x and negative 1 for y. So ito po yung negative 2, negative 1. How about negative 1, 0? So negative 1 for x and 0 for y. So ito po yung ating negative 1, 0. Okay, next po ay 0, negative 4. So ito po yung 0 for x and then positive 0.4 rather. 0, then 0.4. Okay, this one. Another is 1, 0.7. Okay, so this one, 1 for x, 0.7 for y. And then last point, 2, 1. So 2 for x and 1 for y. So ito po yung ating graph. So ano po yung ibig sabihin ng graph na yan? If you're going to connect, yan po yung graph ng square root function. Okay, it starts from negative 2, 1 and then goes upward slightly going to the right infinity. Okay, so yan po yung graph ng square root function. Okay, so if that is the graph of the square root function, now we can use the shifting of graph para ma-graph po natin yan. Ito po yung mas shortcut, yun nga lang, hindi po siya mas accurate in graphing. Yung table of values, just like this one, is accurate in graphing. Ito pong shifting ng graph based from the mother equation or parent equation ay hindi po gaanong accurate. Pero it is one method in graphing square root function. So, paano po? So, here, ang h po natin ay 2. So, ibig sabihin, ang 2 po kasi ay shifting of the graph going to the left and right. Okay, ito po yung horizontal. Okay, ito po yung h. Since that is plus 2, kapag kinuha mo yung h dito ay change sa sign negative 2. So, yung negative 2 po ay nandito po yung negative 2 sa x-axis. Okay, and then, yung pong vertical niya or y-axis ay negative or minus 1. So, negative 1 po yan. So, ibig sabihin, from negative 2, okay, move natin downward sa negative 1. Okay, so ito po yung kanyang starting point. Lagyan ko po ng mark. Okay, so ito po yung mark or starting point ng graph of this function. Okay, so paano pong gagawin natin? So, ang graph po ng square root function ay slightly move upward then going to the right to infinity. Kaya i-graph po natin. So, yan po yan. Okay? So, yung dadaanan po niyang line dito ay hindi po gaanong accurate kasi hindi mo po alam yung iba pang points dito. Basta, pwede na pong, ito po yung ating basis para mag-graph lang yung first point. Ano po, yung ating H and then K here. But notice here, halos magkapareho lang naman po sila ng graph. Okay? Okay, so how about cube root function or graphing cube root function? So here's our example. Graph the function y is equal to cube root of x minus 2 plus 1. And in graphing this cube root function, always remember the parent or the mother equation of any cube root function. So y is equal to cube root of x. And we can graph this function by using, again, table of values. Pero, kapag gumamit po tayo ng table of values, be sure po na ang pinakang starting point po natin ay iyon pong turning point of the S-shape of the cube root function. So, paano po ba yung turning point niya? So, ang turning point po ng S-shape ng cube root function is this one, yung h at yung k. So, yung h po dito, ito po yung value ng h or x po sa ating ordered pair or sa ating pong table of values. So, ito po ay minus 2. Then, kapag kinuha po natin yung h, ito po ay positive 2. Okay, so here, yung positive 2, ito po yung pinakang gitna natin. Ito po kasi yung kanyang turning point para makita po natin yung kanyang S-shape. Okay, so here, ano po ang partner ng h? Ito po yung k. Okay, so again, ito pong h ay shifting ng graph going to the left or right, kaya sa x-axis po siya. At yung ito po namang 1, ito po yung k, ito po yung vertical shifting going upward or downward, kaya ito po yung pang value ng y. Okay, so for positive 2, then ang value po ng y ay positive 1. Okay, yan po yung ating h and k. Ito po yung turning point or ito po yung ating basis in making a table of values. Okay, so here, since 2 po ang x, kaya ang kinuha ko po to the right ay 3, 4, at sa left naman ay 1 and 2. 1 and 0 rather. Okay. Solve for y if x is equal to 0. Okay, solve natin by using the original cube root function. Okay, substitute lang po natin yung value ng x na 0 here and then simplify. So this become cube root of x 0. Okay, so 0 minus 2 and then plus 1, just copy. What is 0 minus 2? That is negative 2. Okay, what is cube root of negative 2? Cube root of negative 2 is negative 1.3 in decimal and then plus 1. So negative 1.3 plus 1, that is equal to negative 0.3. Okay, for x is equal to 0, then y here is negative 0.3. How about for x is equal to 1? Okay, substitute natin. For x is equal to 1, so x is 1 here. 1 minus 2, that is negative 1. So what is cube root of negative 1? That is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 1, that is equal to 0. Okay, for x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 0. Okay, how about eto, the third one, 3. Okay, this one. If x is equal to 3, what is the value of y? Substitute po natin. X is 3, so 3 minus 2 plus 1. So what is 3 minus 2? That is equal to 1. And then plus 1. Okay, so what is cube root of 1? That is equal to positive 1. And then 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. So here, if x is equal to 3, then y is equal to 2 here. And then, solve po natin. Hindi ko na po ipapakita yung computation ng x is equal to 4. What is the value of y? That is equal to 1.3. Now, if you have this table of values, then you are now ready to graph the cube root function. Okay, so let's try to locate the graph of the cube root function. So, ito po yung ating Cartesian plane. So, ano po yung igagraph po natin dyan? Ito po first, 0, negative 3. Okay, 0 for x and negative 3 for y. Kaya ito po ng konti, baba po ng konti ng origin. Next, 1, 0. Where is 1, 0? Okay, that point. So, 1 for x and 0 for y. Next, 2, 1. Okay? So, saan po yung 2, 1? Okay, 2 for x and then 1 for this one, y. So, 1 for y. So, 2, 1. How about third point or fourth point? 3, 2. Okay, saan po yung 3 to? So 3 for x and then 2 for y. Okay? And then last, 4 and 2.3. Ito po yung 4, 2.3. Okay, so what have you noticed here? Asaan po yung kanyang shifting ng S-shape ng ating cube root function? Sabi po natin kanina, ang pinakang gitna po or turning point of the graph of this quadratic function ay 2 and 1. Okay, this one. Ito po yung 2 and 1. Ito po yung kanyang turning point. So if you're going to draw the S-shape of the graph of cube root function, ito po siya. Okay? Ang pinakang turning point niya ay 2, 1. Okay? So ito pong way of graphing cube root function using this one, table of values, ay more accurate than shifting. Okay? Okay, so let's compare the graph of the given function from its mother equation or mother function. So ito po yung pinakang mother function or graph of the mother function, y is equal to cube root of x. So again, ang turning point niya dito ay at the point of origin. Okay, so paano po kaya napunta na ang turning point ay sa 2 and then 1? So ito po yung kanyang turning point. Okay, going to the right, 2, kasi minus 2, kapag kinuha po natin yung x ay positive 2. So going to the right, 2, and then plus 1, positive 1, going upwards. So 2 and then 1. So ito na po yung kanyang turning point. Okay? So if you move the graph, ito na po yung magiging graph niya. Okay? So again, pwede pong gamitin itong shifting of graph, pero it is more accurate kapag ginamit po natin ay table of values. So ito po kasing shifting of the graph from its original function or mother function ay hindi po yung line o yung graph po natin, yung curve ng line, ay hindi po niya makukuha yung sakto na part ng S-shape. Okay? To end up the discussion, so let's have this formative test, multiple choice. Number 1, what is the parent function of y is equal to square root of x minus 4 plus 2? We have A, we have B, C, and D. So what's your answer? The correct answer there, the parent function of that given square root function is letter C. Y is equal to square root of x. So again, ito po yung parent function of any function in square root function. Okay, for number 2 question. What is the first step in graphing y is equal to square root of x minus 4 plus 2? We have A, reflect across the x-axis. B, shift 4 units left. C, shift 4 units right. And D, shift 2 units up. So here in question number 2, ang ginamit po dyan na graphing function ay by using shifting. Okay? Kaya po may nakalagay po ditong shift. Hindi po siya gumamit ng table of values. Okay, so here, to graph this one, ano po yung unang step? Ano po yung unang isi-shift natin? Okay? The correct answer is letter C. Shift 4 units right. So bakit 4 units right? Ang una po nating isi-shift ay ito pong x po natin dito. Okay, so x minus 4. Since minus 4, pag kinuha po natin yung x, magiging positive 4. So pag positive 4, yan po ay going to the right. Ano po? Okay, so kasi ito pong x po dito, ito po yung horizontal shifting. Okay? So positive 4, shift 4 units to the right. Okay? That is the first step. How about number 3? What is the final starting point of y is equal to square root of x minus 4 plus 2? So ano po yung final starting point? Ito po yung pinakang, pag sinabi po nating starting point, ito po yung turning point of the graph of the square root function. Okay? Or ito po yung starting point since ito po ay square root function. So ang starting point po niya ay, is it A, B, C, or D? So what's your answer first? So the correct answer, ang starting point po niya dyan ay 4 and 2. So why 4 and 2 is the starting point of this function? So here, ang x po niya dito ay, pag kinuha mo yung x, positive 4. Okay, ito po, values ng x. At ito po yung ating k or vertical for y, positive 2. Okay, kaya ang starting point po niya dito ay 4, 2. Okay, how about number 4? Which function starts at 5, negative 2? Okay, so square root po lahat yung given. So, ang 5 po ay makukuha sa loob, sa radicand, at yung negative 2, ito po yung k. So, ibig sabihin, yung negative 2 ay, ang pamimilian na lang po natin ay a and b kasi ito po yung k natin, negative 2. Okay, so what's your answer between a and b? The correct answer there is letter A. So, why letter A? Since ito po ay positive 5, pag nasa loob siya ng radicand, then, or kapag siya ay radicand, then, from positive to negative, kaya minus 5 po yan. Okay? Kapag ito po ay minus 5, ito po ay magiging plus 5. Okay, for number 5, what is the parent cube root function? A, y is equal to x cubed, B, y is equal to square root of x, C, y is equal to cube root of x, and D, y is equal to square root, x squared rather. So, what is the parent cube root function? A, B, C, or D? So, the correct answer is letter C. The parent cube root function is this one. Ito lang po yung cube root dito po sa ating choices. Okay? Okay, for number 6. Why are some piecewise functions useful? A, they model situations with different rules or conditions. B, they eliminate the need for graphs. C, they only work with integers. D, they always have straight line graphs. Okay, so what's your answer? The correct answer is letter A. They model situations with different rules or conditions. Number 7. Which real-world situation can be represented by a piecewise function? A, a taxi fare with a fixed starting fee and a per mile charge. B, the area of a square. C, multiplying two numbers. And D, finding the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so the correct answer there is letter A. A taxi fare with a fixed starting fee and a per mile charge. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next term or the second term or term number 2. And good luck sa inyong term 1 examination. Hopefully, ay makuha po ninyo yung mataas na score or ma-perfect po ninyo yung inyong term 1 examination. So, if you want a reviewer on term 1 examination, ay abangan po ninyo yung susunod po na i-upload ko sa video lesson na ito.